What's going on YouTube? Thomas L here. In theaters now is Jonah Hill's directorial debut film, mid-90s. And Jonah Hill recently just had that show Maniac, which I gotta say was pretty decent. A little slow at times, but it was an okay show. Now, I think, now Jonah Hill, I think the guy's a tremendous actor. He came from just a regular comedy guy, lots of comedy movies, to becoming a really amazing actor. I mean, he showed that he could do more than just comedic stuff too, and he's been doing stuff like since 2000s, and since then he's really grown strong to become a really gifted actor. So I decided to do my top 10 favorite Jonah Hill movies because he has a lot of interesting stuff that I like. All right, with that being said, here's my list. Coming in at number 10 is Moneyball, which was pretty much a dramatic turn for Jonah Hill. Moneyball is a really fantastic movie. In this, get a little combo. Okay. In this, Jonah Hill worked alongside Brad Pitt. Oh yeah, Chris Pratt is in this. I swear, I always keep forgetting Chris Pratt was in other stuff. Anyway, now Jonah Hill plays a Ivy League graduate named Pierre Brand who prepares to challenge old school traditions. I mean, Jonah Hill really gave a good performance in this. I mean, if I was to do my 10 favorite Jonah Hill performances, Moneyball would have actually been a little higher. But if I'm doing like my favorite Jonah Hill movies, I kind of want to add Moneyball at number 10 because there's a few other films, that came after Moneyball that kind of like a little more. So that's kind of why Moneyball is number 10. But if you guys still haven't seen Moneyball, give it a go. It's based on a book. It's directed by the director of Foxcatcher, Bennett Miller. He did a wonderful job at directing. This is also probably one of the best baseball movies I've seen for a while. Now, I'm not a sports guy. If I was a sports guy, I would have added sports stuff in my YouTube vids. But I always love a good sports movie, and Moneyball is probably definitely one of the better baseball movies I've seen in years. All right, coming in at number 9 is The Watch. Now, this film was, I gotta say, The Watch is kind of an underrated comedy. I thought The Watch was really funny. I mean, you pair Jonah Hill with comedy superstars Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn, as well as that British actor, Richard. What's his name again? I know he's a British actor. I can't remember the actual name. Let me. Richard something. Let me put his actual name here. Yeah, Richard Aod. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But those four leads worked really well. Now, The Watch is a pretty interesting premise. It's pretty much about like four guys who form a neighborhood watch, but it turns out that the people that what's killing innocent civilians are actually aliens, and all hell breaks loose. This is a really downright funny film. Originally the film was supposed to be called Neighborhood Watch because of the movie came out around the same time as the Trayvon Martin incident. They had to rename the film to just The Watch. But if you guys still haven't checked out The Watch, give it a go. It has so much funny jokes. Jonah Hill was really funny in this. The other cast was good. I mean, check this one out. It's a really funny comedy. Coming in at number 8 is War Dogs. This is also kind of a underrated, appreciated film. War Dogs was directed by Todd Phillips, who's also doing that new Joker movie, and it paired Jonah Hill with Miles Teller, who become international arms dealers. War Dogs is a really funny film. There's lots of funny jokes in it. It's also more dramatic than you expect. Like, this is definitely a different Jonah Hill film that you see. Jonah Hill and Miles Teller. I thought these two worked super well together. I hope they do another film down the road together. I thought they really had good chemistry here. Oh, and Bradley Cooper was amazing. I remember when I saw Bradley Cooper in this, I literally did not even recognize that was Bradley Cooper. That was a pretty interesting look for him. I mean, if you guys still haven't had a chance to check out War Dogs, this is another good Jonah Hill film worth checking out. Give War Dogs a go. You'll probably enjoy it. And it's hard to believe that this is based on a true story, but when you see the movie, you'll see it. The true story angle to it. Alright, coming in at number 7 is another tremendously underrated comedy, and that is The Sitter. I went to see The Sitter twice in theaters. I had a good time with it. It was directed by David Gordon Green, who right now has the new Halloween out. The Sitter is really funny. It's kind of like a adult version of Adventures in Babysitting, where this college dropout is hired to take care of these 3 kids, and they decide to go on like a wild night out. I mean, The Sitter, I really had fun with it. It's super funny. Jonah Hill was awesome. The 3 kids in this movie, I thought was such scene stealers. Oh, Sam Rockwell is in this. JB Smoove. I love The Sitter. If you guys still haven't had a chance to watch The Sitter, I think you'll probably have a good time with it. It's completely a funny comedy. And it's crazy to believe that the guy who did this recently just put out Halloween. I found that pretty funny. Anyway, coming in at number 6 is Get Him to the Greek, which is actually a spin-off to Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which, by the way, also had Jonah Hill in it. Now, Jonah Hill actually plays a different character in this than he did in Saving Sarah, in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Although Russell Brand did reprise his Forgetting Sarah Marshall character, Aldous Snow. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Gamma Greek, my bad. Gamma Greek is funny. It's not as funny as Forgetting Sarah Marshall or as charming as Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but it's still a pretty funny little comedy. It was directed by Nicholas Stoller, who also directed stuff like Neighbors. He also did Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And Jonah Hill, plays this guy named Adam Green who has to get Snow to LA's Greek Theater for his comeback concert tour, and things go different, like had different plans in that, and it's really funny. Besides Hill and Brand, he also had the likes of Rose Byrne, Elizabeth Moss was in this. Oh yeah, Pete Diddy was in this one. I thought P. Diddy was actually really funny. If you want to see P. Diddy do something really comedic, check him out in this. He was really hysterical. Too bad this movie didn't do so well, because I would love to see Russell Brand play Snow again, because he plays that role just perfectly. Too bad they never really done a sequel, but I don't really think the movie did all that well in the box office. But maybe one day we'll see Russell Brand play this role again. Who knows? All right, coming in at number 5 is This Is the End, where Jonah Hill, of course, plays himself in this. I mean, Jonah Hill as himself is just perfect. I mean, Jonah Hill was really awesome. And of course, you also had people like Seth Rogen played himself, James Franco played himself, because it's pretty much about the end of the world, but with celebrities as themselves, in post-apocalyptic climate. I mean, it's really fun. And there's also a scene where Jonah Hill. This might be a little spoiler, but I mean, there's a scene where Jonah Hill gets possessed, and and the segment is I can't remember the actual segment. I think it's the exorcism of Jonah Hill. I think that was the name. That scene really cracked me up. I mean, if you guys still have not had a chance to watch, this is the end. I saw this movie twice in theaters, and it's super funny every time you rewatch it again. And I mean, check out This Is the End. I think you'll probably get a kick out of it. All right, coming in at number 4 is Grandma's Boy. I love this movie. Grandma's Boy is a really funny gem. It's produced by Adam Sandler's production company, Happy Madison, and it stars one of Sandler's best friends, Alan Covert. And the late great Doris Roberts was in this. Nick Swartzen was in this movie. Oh yeah, Rob Schneider was also in this, as well as David Spade. A few other people. Grandma's Boy, I just love. I love this movie to death. It's super funny. It's heartfelt at times. I mean, Jonah Hill was also pretty funny. He plays one of the best friends of Covert's character, and Jonah Hill was just amazing. I mean, this movie has lots of funny jokes to it. I just really love those. I still have it on DVD, and I'll watch it time and times. It's a really funny gem. Too bad they never done a sequel. I would love to have seen another Grandma's Boy, but if they ever do a sequel, it'll probably be a straight to DVD sequel, whatever. But all right, coming in at number 3 is Wolf of Wall Street. This was actually Jonah Hill's on the second time Jonah Hill got an Oscar nomination because he got one for Moneyball. So this was his second Oscar nomination. Jonah Hill was awesome in this. He worked with Leo DiCaprio, which I thought was an interesting match. It was directed by Martin Scorsese. Margot Robbie was in this. Wolf of Wall Street is probably one of the best movies I saw in 2013. It was actually more funny than I expected. I thought it was going to be really serious, but it had lots of comedic laughs. And this is actually the film that should won Leo DiCaprio his first Oscar, but it was Revenant that ended up being his Oscar win. But he was going to Revenant, but still. I think there's an argument to be made that Jonah Hill could have won his Oscar for this. Jonah Hill was just really funny, and there is also a scene with Jonah Hill in it that I literally had to close my eyes for because I like Jonah Hill, but I don't like Jonah Hill that much. If you guys know what scene I'm talking about, like if you guys seen the movie, you'll know what scene I'm talking about that featured Jonah Hill in it. Yeah, I mean that. Other than that, I just thought Jonah Hill was awesome in this, and he was also so different. Like I can't. He really talked like a straight up New Yorker, and I loved when he had his New York accent here. All right, coming in at number 2 is 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street is, of course, based on the TV show, and it paired Jonah Hill with Channing Tatum. Those two are match made in heaven. I really like their chemistry on screen. I thought it worked really well. Oh, Ice Cube was funny in this. 21 Jump Street and its sequel, 22 Jump Street, are really fun. They're funny. They're really endearing. And yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't seen 21 Jump Street and 22, check them out. You'll definitely laugh at them. Especially 22 Jump Street. I still wish Sony would go ahead and do a 23 Jump Street. I mean a 23 Jump Street, not that weird, not that dumb idea they had with 21 Jump Street and Men in Black. I mean, That sounded like a dumb crossover. I mean, who knows? Maybe it would have been cool, but I mean, the sounding of that crossover really dissed it, right? But yeah, Sony, if you're watching this, do another 23 Jump Street. I would love to see these two back in action. All right, now coming in at number one of my favorite Jonah Hill movie, my number one favorite Jonah Hill movie ever, is a no-brainer. It's Super Bad. Now, this was the movie that pretty much put Jonah Hill on the map. He's done movies before Super Bad, but this was the film that really put him on the map. I mean, he worked with Micah Cera, who plays two high school seniors who decide to lose their virginity. It's really funny. You've got like Christmas Plus as McLovin, and this was also Emma Stone's first feature film. Before Maniac, Emma Stone and Jonah Hill worked together on this, and I thought this movie is really funny. It's too bad they never went ahead and do a sequel. I always wanted to see a Super Bad sequel, but sadly never happened. Now, oh man, it's crazy that this movie is. Wow, this movie is actually 11 years old. Dang, you guys want to feel old? Oh boy. Yeah, if you guys still have not, for some reason, had a chance to watch Superbad, watch this. It's a really funny comedy. Jonah Hill and Micah Cera, I thought those two were worked really well together. Mintz Plasse, this was his first feature film, and Mintz Plasse really crushed it. But yeah, check out Superbad. I think you'll probably like it. I don't know anyone who haven't seen Superbad, but you never know. Anyway, that's pretty much all. Let me do my rundown. Number 10, Moneyball. 9, The Watch. 8, War Dogs. 7, The Sinner. 6, Gamble to the Greek. 5, This Is the End. 4, Grandma's Boy. 3, The Wolf of Wall Street. 2, 22 Jump Street. And number 1, Superbad. Now, there's loads of other Jonah Hill movies I could have added. Funny People. I love Funny People. Actually, maybe I should have added that one on my list, but Funny People is awesome. Accepted with Justin Long was good. Let me pull up his acting credits. He was in How Train Your Dragon. He's also in the new one, too. I can't wait for mid-90s. I can't wait to see mid-90s. That looks really funny. True Story he was really good in. Django Unchained he appeared in. His recent one, Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot, was a good one. He was in Click. But yeah, let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite Jonah Hill movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.